Hi, welcome back to Strength is Freedom. I kind of took a little sabbatical on you. What I've been doing lately, the last few weeks, was I was helping a friend build a Cobb compost bin. For those of you that don't know what Cobb construction is, it's basically getting some clean dirt with some sand and some hay or straw and be able to mix that all together, and then water ends up being the glue. So you mix it with water, you have that all um, mixed in together, and then you form it the way you want it. Maybe add some rocks and so forth, and it's a pretty cool, pretty inexpensive, but also a fairly physical way of working, which of course, as you probably figured out by now, I kind of enjoy that. But there was a whole lot more going on there. Our friends are healers as well, and they did a live blood analysis on me, which was really crazy. So, as you probably could figure, I feel like I'm a pretty healthy guy. I've been a meat eater for pretty much my whole life, and but I like veggies and fruits and everything. And what happened was they did a test, and I got to see my blood on a microscope blown up, and it was pretty scary, to be honest with you. Like, my cells were moving really slowly. They weren't really moving in any particular direction. They were just kind of rambling along. It was a pretty crazy sight. My grade that I would give it is pretty much a D minus. So we were there a couple of weeks, and when we left, the day we were leaving, they did another sample, and I probably went to, I would consider it probably an A minus in a couple of weeks, and I had my the blood cells were flying on the slide. It was crazy. It was and billions of them, it looked like. So they were all moving in the same direction. It was a pretty interesting thing. Now, why would that be? Well, there's a couple of things that were different when we were there. The first one that was shocking was that we were sleeping on a sofa bed. And I don't know if you guys know most of the sofa beds have the bars and the springs and everything, and they're not very comfortable. My mom had one at her apartment many moons ago that I used to go sleep on, and it was a pretty painful thing. And honestly, I would get up and go to the chiropractor that was down the road to get myself put back together. Anyway, I got on this mattress. You'd sink like 6 inches in. I lay down. I sleep like a baby, sleep through the night, which I don't do at home, unfortunately. And what I found out was the bed was grounded. And that is a really interesting concept. So you're basically trying to get the mattress where you're sleeping to kind of match with the earth. So I may do a video on that, or put a link. I did some research and found a very interesting, a couple interesting channels on YouTube on this. But it was a very interesting experience. The other thing that was crazy is I went vegetarian, well, actually pescatarian. I did have fish, I think 2 meals, but I was eating tofu, which I tend to not like. Sorry about that noise. But it was vegetables, fruits, and again, lots of them and only them. And getting the essential amino acids and so forth. So that could have had a big impact, along with the grounding, for how I was feeling. Another thing that was outrageous was they had a dog, and a little snake. But I've been allergic to cats at least since my 20s, when I discovered it. And I was hanging out in a house, living in a house with a cat for a couple of weeks. Was it completely perfect? No. I had a little bit of, maybe a little bit of congestion or something a couple of times, but they had an atomizer with some kind of product that you would spray on your face, or this silver nitrate dilute solution that you could spray, and pretty much have no issues. Again, I was outside quite a bit, but I slept in a house with a cat, and hung out there. I actually petted a cat for like the first time probably in my life. I've never been really a cat fan, but it was super cute. And so it was a very, very enlightening experience. I am continuing to be on the pescatarian diet. I really haven't had the desire to eat meat lately, although I think we're getting a turkey for Thanksgiving, which will be quite fun. That's the next time I plan to have some kind of meat. But yeah, I know this is a little bit different than my usual video, but I wanted to just get on and talk to you guys a little bit about where I've been, what I've been doing. Honestly, I didn't train very much at all because I was working pretty much most of the days, pretty early till relatively late. But my back was awesome. My body felt great. Almost the whole entire time, which was really, I was so happy, and I was so grateful that I was prepared because of the training that I have been doing. So it wasn't like, I was going to be wrecked and be useless for the rest of the time. I was able to answer the bell every day, and I was very grateful that I was able to lend a helping hand to my friends. And again, but what was interesting is that when I went back and I've been with this change in diet, and I also did a cleanse, a detox thing that I'll talk about another time. And it was just kind of giving me kind of this lower type energy, at least for the first week or so that I've been back. And so I've just been doing kind of the warm up and kind of easing back into my normal routine. But when I last maybe, I don't know, week or so, I've been ramping up my training again. But it's amazing how, from a weight standpoint of what I was doing to what I'm doing now, I lost a bit of that momentum. But it's no big deal because it comes back pretty quick, and it was all for a good reason. So, but yeah, it's great to be back. I'll be starting to make some more videos. I got some really exciting things. I've had some video series done, and that I'll be putting out on YouTube in the not too distant future. So anyway, again, this was a totally different kind of animal from what I'm used to, but I did want to get back in touch with you, and I'm looking forward to posting this. So I hope you have an awesome day. Strength is freedom, remember that, and enjoy your day. Ciao.